Welcome back to the Open Wheel Offline League Season 5, Round 15. For the first time since Season 2, we are back here at COTA. Qualifying already underway, the 29 of Benjamin Peterson hitting the track. Here are the drivers taking part. In Round 1 Group A, we got Shane Van Gisbergen, your points leader, Carlos Huertas, Connor Zilic, Louis Foster, Benjamin Peterson, Marcus Armstrong, Miles Rowe, Dorian Pinn, Francesco Draconi, Pocono 250 winner Ryan Priest, Devlin DiFrancesco, Lawless Allen, Glubler Lore, and David Malukas. Pretty stacked first group, I say. Competition a little uneven this time. Benjamin Peterson making the go around right now, going through the final turns on the circuit. Since we've been here, it's got a rescan. Looks a lot smoother than it used to. One of the longer road courses on the schedule, not the longest that goes to the Bend, and Spa is not far behind it, as he might have a little bit of traffic up ahead of the Lawless Allen in the 92. Currently sits uh, 14th in points. My standings have the order completely wrong, as he is going to be right behind the 92 here. Going to hold him up just a little bit, but he will get by there. Long back straightaway. You can get a very nice slipstream. Right now he has the pink first sector, but Dorian Pinn has the better second sector, but she'll be closing in on the 49 of Francesco Draconi, going into a slower part of the circuit. Now Van Gisbergen going to take the pink second sector. He has clear track in front of him. Van Gisbergen has sat on pole here before in Season 2, the only other time we've been here, as Benjamin Peterson gonna set the time to beat at a 140.6. That's the time to beat Dorian Pinn. Now gonna get by Draconi. Kind of an awkward part of the circuit. Pinn will go to the top, 140.2. Now here comes points leader Van Gisbergen. Looking to defend his pole, 138.3. That's definitely going to help. Carlos Huertas coming around next. He'll hit the line at a 141.4, slower than his teammate. As Louis Foster up next. And then behind him is Connor Zilic. Got the pole at Pocono, but once again, misfortune strikes and ended up finishing 21st after leading the most laps in the day, 138.7 for Foster as he takes a pink final sector. Zilic going to come to the line and now going to take it, 138.9, so 141.4 is now the cut line set by the number 7. Peterson gonna do 2 laps here. This one not gonna be as quick. Lawless Allen, his first lap. Let's see what he has. going to be a 144.1, not quick enough. Ryan Priest going to go fourth, 139.8. And now it's Marcus Armstrong, 139.0. So fourth place for him. Miles Rowe, no time. Dorian Pin, 140.1, but currently on the cutoff. Draconi goes ninth. Van Gisbergen goes first. Malukas now up next. As he is going to go no time. No time counted for the 04. Right now Dorian Pin on the cutoff bubble. 4 cars without a time. Glubler 145.7, that's currently at the bottom. Foster won't go better. Zilich is going to go up to second, so he finds a little bit of speed. Benjamin Peterson, going to have to see if this is when he comes into the pits or if he's going to stay out for one more. As he will come in after 2. Shane Van Gisbergen had a little bit of an off, so this lap won't count for him. Wallace Allen to the line for lap 2. It's going to be better. 141.4, that'll bump him up to 9th. Priest will not go better. Armstrong to the top by 12 thousandths of a second. Miles Rowe first time lap, and it's only going to go to 11th. Draconi, does he have any pace to get into round 2? Doesn't quite look like it. It's going to be slower that time. Devlin DeFrancesco, his first lap is only going to be 11th, 143.0. David Malukas, see if this lap counts. It will be 10th place, 141.7. If you wanted to do another run, you'd have to exit the pits now. As here comes Glubler for second lap, qualified last at Pocono, doesn't want to qualify last here, but right now he's going to stay in last. Ryan Priest going to go around teammate Wallace Allen. I don't think we're going to see any bumping in. Priest, Allen, and Armstrong trying to get back to the line, but I just don't think there's enough time, as I think all of these guys are going to go into the pits, probably. As Wallace Allen is backwards. Miles Rowe coming in. As that will be checkered flag unless any of these guys have another lap. Here comes DeFrancesco. He does. Is it anything good enough? It's only good enough to go to 11th, bumping Draconi down. Rough qualifying effort for the 49 team. Draconi sits 9th in points, but looks like he is going to start pretty deep in the field. Glubler's the last car that could possibly get to the line. I think he will be in this lap. So those that advance, the 33 of Armstrong going to lead the way over Van Gisbergen. Zilich in 3rd, Foster in 4th, Priest in 5th, and then Dorian Pin going to get by about 4/10 in 6th place. So eliminated, going to be starting 13th will be Benjamin Peterson, 15th for Carlos Huertas, 17th for Lawless Allen, 19th for David Malukas, 21st for his teammate Devlin DiFrancesco, 23rd for Francesco Draconi, 25th for Miles Rowe, and unfortunately that's going to be two back-to-back last place starts for the double zero of Glubler Lore. So that's it for round 1 Group A. We'll be back in just a moment for round 1 Group B. Back for round 1 Group B. Here are the 13 drivers taking part in this group. We have Justin Allgaier, who's been on a hot streak as of late, Robbie Lord, Nolan Siegel, second in points, Chet Jordan, Lindsey Brewer, Tinkle McStinkle, Mahavir Raghunathan, Ethan Martz, Stingray Robb, Alessio Deletta, Guy Gagne, Dawa Tenzin, and Brennan Hubbard. As we already have one car out on track, it's the 76 of Ethan Martz. As let's ride around on a lap with him. That's a little over 1 lap here at COTA. A lot of tight winding sections, a lot of fast sections. As right now the 76 green in all sectors, no pinks, as Jet Jordan has already taken over the first one. Jet Jordan been on a rough streak as of late. Actually, his whole team has been on a rough streak. Jet Jordan has fallen all the way down from earlier. He was about 7th in points, and now he's all the way down to 14th. Armstrong went from 2nd all the way down to 5th. Ooh, that is the 94 going slow in front of the 76. March's first lap will be a 1:42.4. Jet Jordan looks to be on a good one right now. Let's see what he has. Teammate Armstrong went fastest in round 1, Group A. As 53 of McStinkle might have had an incident with the 94 as he has entered pit lane. 1:38.1 for Chet Jordan. That is a pretty good lap. Nolan Siegel 2nd in points, really trying to close in. He's going to come to the line here, and he's going to go quicker, 1:38.0. It's very quick times at the top. Lindsey Brewer now coming around in the 47. Gonna hit the line 1:40.9, not too bad. Justin Allgaier been on a hot streak as of late. He's gonna hit the line with a 1:39.0. And Alessio Deletta is off track. So Hubbard's gonna go by and he's gonna get to the line first. 1:39.8 is his time. Deletta's time will not count. Gagne gonna go 5th, 1:39.9. Didn't do too well at Pocono. Here comes Tenzin. He's gonna come to the line. 1:44.7. Mart's not gonna go quicker there. As here comes Tenzin's teammate Raghunathan. He will go 1:42.8. Jet Jordan now coming around the final sections. As this lap not going to be as quick, he may have hit the 18 for traffic. Robbie going to go 1:42.3, currently below the cutoff. Nolan Siegel on top. Might have gone quicker there. Yes, he has, 1:38.007. Stingray Rob now coming around. As this looks like it may have been an off as well. That lap's not going to count. Lindsey Brewer on the cut line, 1:40.9. Justin Allgaier looks to be on a hot lap right now. All laps looking better. She goes quicker as Allgaier going to jump up to 2nd. Not enough for 1st. Hubbard currently in 4th. See what he has. Rounds the final turn. And it will be just a tick faster, but still going to be in 4th, ahead of teammate Guy Gagne, who's going to go up to 4th. Here comes Alessio Deletta. He's only going to go 10th, so not good enough for the 87. That's quite disappointing. Tenzin now going to come around to the line. Does he have more pace? Looks to be a good bit better. He's going to go up to 10th. Raghunathan going to hit the line. Not going to go quicker. Chet Jordan, he's going to come in this time. Robbie Lohr just needs to find a little bit, but it's not quite going to be there. 1:41.4, not good enough. Stingray Rob One of two cars without a lap this session, the other one being the 53, who is back out on track, so he will get one lap, assuming he can keep it on the track. Stingray Rob gonna come to the line 144.9, so that lap actually didn't even count. If neither McStinkle or Stingray set a lap, Stingray's gonna be ahead due to tiebreaker rules, but the 53 has come by, so he's gonna start his one and only lap. Deleta's going to come in, so it's going to be a disappointing 22nd at best. As checkered flag, gonna wave here. The 53 was the last car to hit the line. Gonna have to see if any of these guys do a surprise stay out, but I don't think any of them will. I think it's gonna be the 53 all by himself. 77 of Stingray Rob has not set a lap. His teammate Glubler is gonna be starting all by himself in row 14. So Stingray no time in this session. As here comes the 53 through the final turns. This does not look to be good at all. And he's going to spin out there, and that's going to end his qualifying attempt. I don't know why he's not getting back going here. Maybe if this lap counts, he'll be able to stay ahead, but I don't think it will. Yeah, that lap will not count, so he is going to qualify at the tail end of the field. So your cars that will advance into round 2 is going to be Nolan Siegel, Justin Allgaier, Chet Jordan, Guy Gagne, Brennan Hubbard, and Lindsey Brewer. It'll be the last car. So those eliminated, starting 14th will be Robbie Lore, 16th for Ethan Martz, 18th for Mahavir Raghunathan, 20th for Dawa Tenzin, a disappointing 22nd from Alessio Deleta, 24th will be Stingray Rob, and then 26th will be Tinkle McStinkle at the very back of the grid. So that's it for round 1. We'll be back in just a moment for round 2. Back for round two. Here are the 12 drivers taking part: Shane Van Gisbergen, Connor Zilich, Louis Foster, Justin Allgaier, Nolan Siegel, Chet Jordan, Marcus Armstrong, Dorian Pinn, Lindsey Brewer, Ryan Preece, Guy Gagne, and Brennan Hubbard. So, usual suspects there as we wait for the first cars to hit the circuit. As Dorian Pinn will be the first car to leave the pits. So let's ride around with her for a lap. As there goes Connor Zilich up the inside. He wants to be the one that we take a ride with instead. So that was one lap split between two drivers, as the number 9 wanted to go ahead first, but Dorian Pinn has the faster first sector. Looking to try to go for back-to-back poles this season. Gonna see if he has the pace. There is a huge glob of cars going through the S's right now. That's Preece, Gagne, Allgaier, and Armstrong. Village right now has a pink in the second sector. As Zilich's going to hit the line 137.9, that's pretty quick. Pin with a 139.2, not as close, 1.2 seconds off. Lindsey Brewer going to come to the line here just ahead of Chet Jordan. 141.1 for Brewer, 138.5 for Chet Jordan. Ryan Preece now coming around. Allgaier and Van Gisbergen have pink sectors. Preece going to hit the line 141.6. Only good enough for 5th place. Allgaier to 2nd. And Van Gisbergen is going to be looking to go towards the top here. And it will go to the top. 137.4. That is a very quick lap. Nolan Siegel gonna come around 130. Actually doesn't count. That lap did not count. Neither did Hubbard's lap. That's 2 laps deleted for the Viking racing cars. As Lindsey Brewer has spun around MBS's. The 141.2 currently the cutoff time. Dillage around the final turn, gonna be quicker, 137.7. Louis Foster looking to get into the fast 6 here. One 39.9. That's currently the bubble time for Louis Foster. Chet Jordan not going to go quicker. Pin not going to go quicker. Priest looks like he might go quicker. 2 green sectors. As Brewer has spun out again. Priest to the line, 140.9, not good enough to get in. Armstrong going to hit the line, 138.6. That's going to put Pin on the bubble with a 139.2. Van Gisbergen not going to go quicker there. Siegel and Hubbard no laps in yet, but Siegel going to go to third. That's going to put Armstrong on the cut line with a 138.6. Hubbard only a 141.3. Right now, Armstrong on the bubble. Gonna have to see if his time will stand. Louis Foster looks pretty quick right now. As Zilich will enter the pits. Needs to find a good chunk of lap time. Gonna be tight as he will come to the line here. Not good enough. Gonna stay in 8th, just behind teammate Dorian Pin. Chad Jordan has entered the pit lane. Pin gonna enter the pit lane. I believe everyone's probably gonna be coming in now. Brewer has another off track. Armstrong gonna come around to the line. And he is going to go to 5th, gonna put his teammate on the cut line. Gagne to the line, goes quicker but stays in 9th. As Hubbard will enter the pits, Brewer. At this point she probably should, with how much she's been sliding around. As checkered flag is out, Jordan was the last car to hit the line, so only Armstrong, Gagne, and Jordan out on the track. Actually, Jordan was on an outlap, so it's just Armstrong and Gagne. But I think both of these guys are going to be on in laps. Both cars will come in, so Shane Van Gisbergen gonna be on top of this session. And it's our usual Fast 6 that'll be going for pole once again. So that will be Van Gisbergen, who leads ahead of Connor Zilic. And then we have Nolan Siegel, Justin Allgaier, and then the two silly men racing cars of Marcus Armstrong and Chet Jordan. So eliminated, going to be starting 7th, will be Dorian Pin. 8th will be Louis Foster. 9th, Guy Gagne. That's his usual starting spot. Ryan Preece in 10th. Lindsey Brewer in 11th. And then Brennan Hubbard will round out the top 12. That's it for round 2. We'll be back in just a moment for your Fast 6. And as usual, the overlay decides to die. So Shane Van Gisbergen, Justin Allgaier, Connor Zilic, Nolan Siegel, Chet Jordan, and Marcus Armstrong are your Fast 6. And we are going to see which of them has enough to go for pole. Waiting to see who comes out of the pits first. It's only 8 minutes in this session. As Chet Jordan going to be the first one to leave the pits. One pole on the season, came back at Sebring, race number 6. through a fast, high-speed section on the track. In these cars, I believe you could take it flat out. Everyone in this group has gotten a pole this season besides Nolan Siegel, who has never gotten a pole. Will today be the day, but right now, almost everyone is in the same part of the track. As the slow car, the 14 of Justin Allgaier, are going to come out right in front of the 24. As he's going to go around in the middle of the S's there, but it's going to hurt his lap as his teammate is not far up the road from him. Gotta hope that they don't impede each other. Nolan Siegel, last car, leaving the pits. Right now Jordan is on a pink lap, but that's because no one else has done a lap yet. Through the crossover section, and now into the quadruple apex turn. Let's see what Jordan has. Pole time's probably going to be in the 138s, maybe 137s. So he's going to come to the line, and it's going to be a 140.3. Not ideal, but he did get held up by the 14 of Justin Allgaier. Shane Van Gisbergen currently in a pink sector. Zilich nor Armstrong are going better. Down the straightaway. The first two sectors he has is pink, but not the third. That one's still held by Chet Jordan. Zilich is going to take that one. So still could be anyone's game for pole. Every point can matter. Pole position does give 1 point. Armstrong not so good through the third sector. As Van Gisbergen around to the line, it's going to be a 137.3. That's pretty good, and it's going to be tough to beat. Zilich is going to come to the line 139.0. So not really in the ballpark of the number one's time. Armstrong going to go second, and Chet Jordan is going to come around. And he's not going to go much better. He's going to stay in fourth. Justin Allgaier going to complete his first lap here. Van Gisbergen going faster on his second lap. Allgaier comes to the line. Lap does not count. I think he had trouble in turn one. Zilich has a pink in the second sector. He could be on a lap. Eagle's going to come around to the line. It's only going to be a 140.8. Not good enough. Van Gisbergen still well and clear. As checkered flag just came out. See what the number one has. He's coming to the line. It's not going to be better. Does Zilich have anything to challenge for pole? Going to be tight. through the final turn, and it's not going to be good enough. He's actually going to go slower. Armstrong looks like he's going faster. But he has a second and a half to try to make up, and it's just not going to be there. 138.0. Jordan's into the pits. Allgaier second to last car to come around. Certainly no speed. And it just doesn't look like it's going to be that good. 142.0. That's going to put him down in sixth. So Nolan Siegel on his final lap, currently in fifth. He's going to hit the line here. What will be his time? It's only good enough to move him up to fourth. So Shane Van Gisbergen going to be on pole once again here at COTA. So let's go through your provisional starting grid. Row 1 is going to be that pesky number 1 with Marcus Armstrong on his outside once again. Row 2 going to be Viking Racing teammates of Connor Zilich and Nolan Siegel. Row 3 will be Chet Jordan and Justin Allgaier. And then row 4 will be Swindler's teammates Dorian Pinn and Louis Foster. Row 5 will be Guy Gagne and Ryan Preece. And then row 6 is going to be Lindsey Brewer and Brennan Hubbard. Down to row 7, we have Benjamin Peterson and Robbie Lohr. And then row 8 will be Carlos Huertas and Ethan Martz. Row 9 will be Lawless Allen and Mahavir Raghunathan. And then back in row 10 will be David Malukas and Dawa Tenzin. Row 11 will be Devlin DiFrancesco and Alessio Daletta. Disappointing qualifying effort from the 87 there. Expected more out of him. Same with his teammate Francesco Draconi and then Stingray Robb on his outside in row 12. Row 13, going to be the Eventide Racing teammates of Miles Rowe and Tinkle McStinkle. Then rounding out the field by himself in row 14 once again will be the 00 of Glebler Lohr. So that is it for qualifying here at COTA. Race will be tomorrow. Probably going to be a bit earlier. Probably 1, 2, I don't know. But somewhere around then. Season only has 6 races left to go. It's going to be quite an interesting ride till the end. And I will see you next time.